as you saw in the first race, there was plenty of waves breaking, so it's only going to become more, and I think the swell's on the rise, so it's going to be very interesting.
The girls will be in the hands of the starter, Andrew Book, shortly. They've had about a 15-minute break and doing everything they can to keep warm, Guy.
Yeah, I went down there and had a little look, and they've got the little space blankets on. There's even hot water bottles down there being used. They're all trying to do what they can to keep warm.
So again, we see the competitors going in different directions. Guy, there's a couple of rips on offer to try and take you out a little bit quicker.
Well, there's Rebecca Creedy in the green top, and she was running down to the right end. The right end's got that reef that goes out called Huey's, which we can see on the screen, and that runs a rip out along the side of there. And because of that, the water's moving out to sea, and you'll find the athletes will go down that way. But with the tide being a little bit higher at the moment, you don't need to go all the way down to that rock. And the good news is with the northerly wind, which comes in from this angle across here, it just means that you're actually going to get blown back onto the actual can, the buoy that you're going to go around.
Well, it looks as though Liz Bloomers is fairly determined in the first opening leg of race number 2. You see there in the gold costume, really charging on her way out there.
You know, Nick, and she showed in the first race just how strong her board leg was. She gave Courtney Hancock 25, maybe 30 metres and paddled her down and actually got a nose in front. But, but sort of good management and a little bit of luck from Courtney Hancock got her past her right near the shore.
Beautiful technique, really digging deep. She's almost all the way through these breaks, and you can see how close her chin actually gets to the board in terms of the depth of stroke that she's taking, then pulls all the way back past her legs and then does it all again.
Yeah, it's all in that catch in the front of the stroke, and the more you can get your arms down deep in the water, the more ability you have to sort of grab some water and pull it back to get yourself forward. And you'll see the girls here, they're all sitting in behind each other. That is what we referred to over the years as wash riding, and by doing that you get in a slipstream which sort of improves your performance by about 15%, makes it about 15% easier. So they're doing that particularly going into the wind, which they're doing right now, pushing into that swell and into that wind. It means that you're getting a bit of a rest.
Now, just joining up to them on the outside there is Harriet Brown, who was quite strong in the first of the races. Amy Nerthen, after finishing disappointingly down the field in the first of the races, she's in the red costume just here, so she's doing quite nicely as well. So she's obviously had the fear of something put into her.
Yeah, well, great effort from Liz. I think if she needs to win today, with Courtney having won the first race, she really needs to go from the front, and she's doing that right now.
We can see Amy Nerthen there in the red. She had a win here last year at Portsea, but she says she is still scared of the big surf, but she had a special moment here last year at Portsea, Amy Nerthen.
Definitely is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I had a great year last year winning Portsea. That has just been on my mind the whole time leading into this series. Like, I've done it then, I can do it again. I conquered like my biggest fear, which is like the big waves, and I couldn't have done it without my family and my friends there getting me down there the day early, which no other competitor did, so I think that gave me a big advantage.
Indeed it did. It was an amazing victory by Amy last year. She was absolutely stoked with her performance, and she's showing much better form in this second race. It's a combined total of points, Leachy. So can you just explain to us exactly how we determine the winner today?
Yeah, today's based on where you come in your result in a race. So if you come in first like Courtney Hancock did in the previous race, you get 1 point, and we had the 2 place getters together over the 2 races, your 2 points. Whoever gets the least amount of points wins the day. If you're on equal points, you go to your best result. And if you've beaten someone else with your best result on equal points, you win and move up the ranking. If you both had a first and a second over 2 races, well, you're declared equal winner.
Well, a bit of argy-bargy going around the buoy there. But we saw the black suit of the series leader in Courtney Hancock sitting in around about 6th position. So, you know, given how well she reads the surf conditions, how well she catches a wave, nothing to be concerned about at this stage.
Well, Nick, we saw in the first race her swim leg was very, very strong, and also her ski leg, Howie, was probably her best leg out of all the ones she did. That's where she got that sort of 30-metre lead that Plume has pulled back in the board leg. So she's in a nice position at the moment with a swim leg and a ski leg still to go, and she'd be feeling pretty good about it. Not that happy that Plumas is out in front, but well in touch, and she is the formed competitor at the moment in the women ranks.
See Bonnie Hancock there in second position, just on the tail of Elizabeth Plumas. There's Bonnie in the purple costume, and after a 17th, which was a disappointing result for her in the first round, she's made great strides today at Portsea.
Yeah, much better. She left the beach at Surfers Paradise feeling pretty down. pretty unhappy. I mean, to see your sister win's fantastic, but in saying that, really and truly, she doesn't want to leave the beach, does she, Nick, in third last position, and she's really sort of trained hard over the last few weeks and come back.
No, she's pretty fired up.
Indeed, wonderful scenes at Portsea Beach in Victoria. The Ironwomen are partway through their second race. Plenty still to come here on the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series. The wind is increasing at Portsea, the swell is increasing, and Trevor Hendy is right out there amongst it all.
It's certainly a good place to be. I tell you what, yesterday was a bit of a stinker down this coast. It was nice and warm. The wind's now come up pretty strong from the south-southwest, and it's making it a little bit cool, so I reckon the girls will be stoked they're back out of the water. They would have been cold on the beach, that's for sure. At the moment, Elizabeth Plumers just streaked away to a really good lead, chased some good runs. One thing I was really impressed in the first race, Bonnie Hancock went around that first can, second looking great. Same thing again, looks really, really strong. Courtney Hancock now sitting in 5th spot and making a bit of a move.
Trev, Liz Plumers looks like she's developed a nice lead on the field there.
A great lead for Liz, and last race she worked really, really hard to catch up to Courtney. Actually went past her on a run, looked like she was going to win the race. And when Courtney sort of stole that little wave back off her, you could just tell by the look on Liz's face, it's like, oh, not again. So I know she's out there trying to set up a race-winning lead right now.
Just quickly, Trev, as Liz comes into the wave zone, Hayley Bait-Up, any sign of her, and how is she looking? Oh, Liz Plumers is on a wave. I'll reserve that question for the next leg.
Well, Plumers has extended her lead now, and there's waves coming through out the back. So Plumers grab one up the front. That'll extend her lead by another 15 to 20 metres. But in saying that, oh, there's waves coming through from behind.
A nice wave developing out the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 girls on this wave, chasing that second position behind Liz Plumers. It'll be all important when they arrive at the short
Hayley
break.
Bait-Up's on that.
Well, Bait-Up's come up. So is Courtney Hancock, the series leader. She's there as well. There's Bonnie Hancock sitting down and next to her as well. There's that short up that's coming up, and Plumers, what a great performance in the board league. She's pulled the lead on the field, and it's all on. There's Hancock sprinting, trying to catch up.
Yeah, they're going to hunt her down now, though, Liz Plumers. The run is about 80 metres to go back to start this second leg. For the second race, it is now into a swim.
Well, that is heartbreaking for Plumers. She pulled, what would you say, 50 metres on the field going into that wave area. Set comes out the back, the girls catch it, race back on again.
It's the luck of the sport, though, isn't it? You know, sometimes it's about good management and good skills, but sometimes it's just about a little bit of luck.
Yeah, well, they've all come through now, and interestingly enough, even with the swell not being big by Portsea standards, Howie, you know what, that's just enough to change the whole complexity of the race.
Absolutely, there is Elizabeth Plumers. Keep an eye out for the lady in black. That is our series leader, Courtney Hancock. She can't afford to give Liz Plumers too much of a lead here. Plumers in second position in that first event. She's very well positioned at this stage as far as the entire round goes.
Now, Howie, where the girls are swimming right now, that is spot on. There's a bank that comes across here, and the bank sits across this area here, and that's shallow water. But then it goes deep, and it goes out. The water goes out to sea this way. And what happens there is if you jump into that, it's like an escalator. It pushes you out, and the girls have found that, which is well done by them, and they are using that to get themselves out the back as quick as they can. So the whole field's doing that, and they will move at a much faster rate by following the water out to sea.
Yes, some really nice technique there. Just ducking over those little breaks, you see not wearing a cap is Hayley Bait-Up, so she's sitting in about third position now. Liz Plumers certainly leading the direction of all of these girls. Some really high stroke rating going on as well, really trying to get some strong strokes in before they have to change that stroking to get under little ducks under the waves.
Nicole, 2 weeks ago in Surfers Paradise, we're swimming in 26 degrees. Back here at Portsea, it's probably 19 at the tops. How difficult is that a change for the girls?
Well, it's interesting. Trev, with his booties and his wetsuit on, said it was 19. Courtney did her warm-up and said it feels like about 16.3 out there. So it is certainly harder in terms of energy. It just zaps you of any energy as soon as the water's a little bit colder. And the ones that will really struggle with this are the girls from the Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast, where the water is a little bit warmer. But as we say that, you know, it doesn't seem to be having any effect on Alicia.
Well, there've been years we've come here where it's been 15 degrees and been raining, and you know, if you're going to get hypothermia, they are the years that it will happen. Certainly nicer conditions today with water temperatures 18 and 19 degrees. But where you got your problem is that was that rest in between the races where you're actually stopping, not doing anything, trying to keep warm, and waiting for the next race, and that's where you get those sort of tight muscles occur and you have some problems.
Well, there's the lead two swimmers, but just slightly off to their left-hand side is our series leader, Courtney Hancock. So she is looming as well, making sure that she takes a really good angle to the first turn buoy. And in second place, is that Crystal Smith sitting in second? I think it looks like Crystal.
Well, Crystal's, she is in form. Barry Newman, her coach, the head coach of Northcliffe Surf Club that coaches the X-Irons and the like, has said that Crystal Smith, who's making a move now, trying to go around Plumer, so she's going to have a crack. Well, she has improved by 30% from last year.
Crystal Smith fifth in the first leg. She had a great result last year here at Portsea.
Portsea is one of those, big surf beaches, and we've been there a couple of times in the past and really had some great swell. Last year we saw an amazing performance by Amy Northern, and I'm sure we're going to see that again this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing Kirsty Holmes. Last time she was there, she actually body surfed over the rocks and still managed to win the race. So looking forward to seeing Kirsty back at Portsea.
Well, that is impressive. I've seen a few body surf over those rocks there, and you don't come up unscathed when you do that here at Portsea Beach. It is a dangerous place, and it can raise some problems.
So, Guy, here is Elizabeth Plumer's leading it, and this is Courtney Hancock. So slightly different lines, but will eventually come together on this swim.
And I think the interesting thing is that from a positive note from Crystal Smith, she's having a go. She's having a crack at taking the lead in the swim leg. And I would say the swim leg is probably her weakest leg.
Her rate
out of board and ski and swim.
Well, she trains with Colin Braund with Kai Hurst on the Gold Coast, and she is trying to really improve that swim leg. So she's stroke rating very, very fast and really trying to make a move. But you can see Courtney Hancock closest to you has the big kick going. She's really trying to make sure she can get to this buoy first. Harriet Brown in the gold and black costume, the tall Victorian, sitting in second right behind Courtney Hancock there.
And just loving the cooler water temperatures, Harriet. She's grown up and done her thing in Ocean Grove, so she'll be enjoying this. You can see the race distances, 8,320 metres. It is a long haul for these girls. They're coming up part-way through the swim leg now. Crystal Smith was a strong swimmer early on, but she said in the last couple of years she just thought that would continue to work well for her lead. She took the foot off a bit, but this year she's been back up to 5 or 6 swim sessions alone a week. It's a phenomenal amount of training.
Yeah, Howie, you need to do that. I mean, I know back when I was racing, and Trevor would have been the same, that you analyse after every season your weakest leg, and you try to work out ways in training over that winter period to improve that leg, to make it stronger. And Trev, I think Crystal Smith has sort of been doing that, doing 5 and 6 swims a week, is certainly going to improve her swim leg.
Trev, how are they looking as they come around this swim buoy?
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. That's actually Courtney did a great job over on the left side. Come right back through into the equal lead with Crystal Smith. Then Elizabeth Plumer's right there as well. Courtney Hancock's still right in there, sitting back on their feet. Hayley Baitup doing a lot better in this race, to answer your question from before, Nick.
Thanks, mate.
In fact, before the wave came along, she was sitting in about 5th place and board paddling really well, so she looked a lot better there. Also, Candice Felsen's still up there in the top 9 or 10, which is good because they're looking for their best, their good second results. That's all about point score today, and those few are looking pretty good.
So we've got 6 girls sitting in this front group, Trev, and there's a little bit of dragging going on as well as they feel the swells build underneath them. But conserving energy just in behind Harriet Brown, also Elizabeth Plumer's.
Yeah, it's the one good thing about it right now with this wind the way it is there's a lot of chop coming over their left shoulders, so they're actually going to get almost pushed home back to the beach. So certainly more on the border ski, but even in the swim they're getting a good assistance on the way back.
Plenty still to come at Portsea. It is the Ironwoman out in the water. The ski leg not too far away. Welcome back to the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman series from Portsea Beach in Victoria. The tide is dropping, the swell is starting to pick up a bit, and the girls are starting to swim into that area where they're looking to try to get those little runners with Liz Plumer's out in front. Yeah,
well, I mean, the first race, Courtney Hancock was all supreme, and she showed that in the first round at Surfers Paradise. She swam back from sort of 18th position, didn't she, Nick, into the lead, and the other girls are going with her this time round. It's certainly not a one-horse race, and there's a whole group of them there that are fighting it out to try to win this race.
Well, the amount of work that Crystal's done on her swimming, Courtney and Bonnie swim with Dennis Cottrell, so they've done a lot of work to try and make sure that their swim leg is, and they all work together, the different coaches that they have all work together and make sure that the program works the best for the girls. But this swim by Courtney Hancock, I mean, she's really leading the girls out. She's looking for direction the whole time. Nice high elbows, breathing bilaterally, so she's breathing from side to side. So she's holding a beautiful stroke out there in what is choppy and rough conditions. This is Liz Plumas.
So Plumas there on screen right now, and here comes the waves now. So you'll see the rise in swell. They're in that area where now this one could break. So they're coming into the shallow water, and this one they'll kick their legs and drive down this, get their head down, and this will push them towards the beak. It'll blow out in a second where it goes into that deep water gutter on the inside. But that's a nice little lift there to try to split that pack up coming into the beach.
Courtney Hancock takes the lead. She always seems to have the answers. For the last year or so, she's been full of confidence. She seems to make her own luck, Nicole.
Yes, she does. She's in the right place at the right time, though, to have that luck. And you have to be in that right place, don't you, Guy, to have the luck happen?
Well, Trevor Hendy would know that. He's probably won here more times than anyone else. And we talk about 8-foot serve, 10-foot serve. There's really no place to be when it's that big, and he still seemed to win.
Are you saying he was only lucky that he beat you?
No, I'm saying he's very, very good.
Oh, there they go. There's a few in this, and the whitewash settles. We'll be able to see exactly who's in there. That's the second group.
Well, the girls are coming back into that gutter now. They're swimming through. This is the deep water here now, and the swells break right on the shore. And by doing that, it just means that pushes them on the shore. And Hayden, they're coming in towards you. The race is hotting up.
That's it. It's getting very hot down here, Leachy. It's looking good. The girls have actually drifted a fair way off track, but that's because, as you were saying earlier, they're looking for that sandbank, they're looking for those waves, and they're now just negotiating that shore break, and that's really causing them some trouble, particularly on the skis. But they're heading up to their craft now. They're going to do the run leg, and they're straight out on the ski.
Hayden, you mentioned the ski leg. It's going to be a very important part of the race, because if the girls are trying to take the skis out when a little swell hits, it could be carnage down there.
That's exactly right, Howie. They've got their handlers. These guys in the red vest, they're looking after their skis. They hold them until the last minute. Then the girls jump on, and they're all on their own. They've got to negotiate their way through that Portsea surf.
Crystal Smith leads them through the gate. They are getting set up for the ski leg. Elizabeth Plumas is in there. Courtney Hancock is in there. All the big guns are involved.
Right now is when the race could be won or lost. His shore break and on the ski is the most perilous part of the race. Getting on cleanly is everything.
Leachy, it's coming too.
Here we go, there's the skis. Absolute debacle. Skis coming in everywhere, handlers getting hit. Oh, that's dangerous stuff.
Hayden, from your perspective down there, just talk us through.
That was the three big girls. That was Courtney Hancock, Elizabeth Plumas, and also Crystal Smith in there. They all got smashed, and they've been knocked right back.
And meanwhile, Bonnie Hancock's got through, so she's the first of the big names, so to speak, to get through.
That's it. There's a couple of the girls have snuck through nicely, and they've just got to negotiate that outer bank. Courtney Hancock is going to have to work super hard to catch back up.
Well, this will change the entire complexion of the race. Bonnie has just got knocked off her ski, though, at the front of the field. Bonnie Hancock was the leader for about 20 metres. She is off the ski, and we've got a new leader out to the right. All happening in the Portsea waves.
Well, the ski leg is the most perilous here on this beach, and it's one of those beaches where anything can happen, and it's still not over yet. They're coming through the second break now, which is all important to try to get through.
Well, Bonnie just settling her ski, trying to give herself some momentum.
Oh, it's a tough sport, Nick. She led for 50 metres, and all of a sudden, she was off her ski.
And it's not over yet, Howie. She's got to pump over these ones. There's more swell coming through onto this second bank here as we see the competitors go out. It's anyone's race at the moment. They're still to get back in again, and it's a perilous, perilous day on the ski.
Well, there's Alira Richardson. She is paddling down to the right of the screen when we go to that wider shot. She's leading it. So Alira Richardson is leading as other girls still struggle to get through this Portsea break.
Well, we'll keep an eye on where our leaders are. Elizabeth Plumas got in trouble in the shore break. Courtney Hancock got in trouble. This is going to throw the end result here completely on its head. And Alira Richardson has come from midfield to hit the front at Portsea. And Leachy, this is why when you arrive at Portsea, you're excited, because you don't know what can happen.
It's thrown up more different, like thrills and spills over the years than any other beach. And Alira Richardson in front, a good ski paddler, and someone who is very handy, Nick, in the surf.
I tell you what else I just noticed is Geordie Mercer is in second or third, and Grant Kenny is handling for Geordie Mercer. So I saw him yelling and barking instructions at her as she picked up her craft to get out there, and I think she's got out quite nicely. Alira has a good lead there, but I reckon in second or third is actually Geordie Mercer.
Well, Trev, there was 5 skis go up through the short break. They all hit each other. They went back over the back of their ski. I tell you what, from the shore, it looked unbelievable.
I couldn't quite see it. I just got excited about the commentary that I could hear. That was rivaled last year's commentary at Portsea. Very exciting. But as they get a little bit closer to me, I think that might be, is it still Bonnie Hancock in second place? I'm waiting way out on the back can. Alira certainly looks strong, and there's a tree that got a little bit of a breakaway there.
Yeah, well, she did have to jump off her ski in that second break, which broke at about 4 foot, but she held onto her ski and did it quite nicely, kept the nose of the ski leaning forward, and it just meant that she had momentum getting back on. Hayden, you're on the beach. What's happening down there?
I'm on the beach down here with Darren Mercer. He was holding his daughter Geordie Mercer's ski. Darren, who said you need surf at Portsea to have carnage, mate?
Well, mate, there's plenty of carnage there. That edge is very, very nasty, and a few of the guys we got pounded there together with a few of the handlers, and you know, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to sort of keep safe and do your best. But I got pounded pretty hard there, and Geordie got away fairly well, so it wasn't too bad in the end.
That's it, mate. Safety's paramount out there today, but the girls are doing well. It's going to be a good race.
Having Darren Mercer on the beach, former Coolangatta Gold Ironman champion, Kellogg's Jiu-Jitsu Series champion, toughing, handling for his daughter. That's funny to see. So that short break is very, very dangerous and tough even for the handlers.
So young girls in second and third. Danielle Allen is actually in second and Geordie Mercer in third. So they got those young girls. And I said to Michael King this morning, you'd be pleased that these conditions aren't as huge as he had seen them in his Ironman career for the young kids that he looks after. And he agreed that, yes, he was pleased that they were these conditions. So a couple of the young girls getting out nicely.
Well, Nick, also there's relief for the parents that come down from Queensland that have daughters that are only 16, 17, 18 years of age, haven't reached their full strength, still learning the sport. You come down here and they look over the headland and see smaller surf, and they breathe a sigh of relief, not only for the field but for their daughters, because they want to keep them nice and safe and sound. And I tell you what, coming back in, don't think this is over right now, because when they turn that buoy and start working their way back in with the chop, Howie, back towards that wave area, and you being a surfer from around here and knowing how powerful the waves are, even at 3 to 4 foot like we got today, very, very difficult to hold a 20-foot long surf ski straight with a very small rudder.
It's a funny thing, Guy. You go and get a wave in Queensland and you come down to Victoria, and for some reason, I guess it comes uninterrupted across the Southern Ocean, the waves here have 2 or 3 times more power, and if you get stuck in that shore break, as we saw some of the girls with skis flying around, it can be very, very nasty. But this is an update of the race. We have Alira Richardson in the front of the screen there going absolutely beautiful. Danielle Allen in the blue costume coming second, and great to see Geordie Mercer. She is a world champion at age only 19 after her performance in Molokai, and I think it was Courtney Hancock starting to make ground.
On the right-hand side of the screen, Howie, as we look at the screen, on the right-hand, there was a glimpse of Courtney Hancock. I think she's back in 5th. There she is now. So Courtney Hancock has flown back. She's in 4th spot now through the field. She is the best ski paddler in the field, and don't think this is over just yet. They've got about 200 metres to get to the actual bank, the first bank. Here she is on a run now. She's in 3rd place. She is flying through the field, and she is showing why she is the most, what's the word, Howie? She's the girl who's the one to look out for in every race.
She seems to have the answers to all the questions, Leachy. 10 minutes ago, she was off her ski. She was in the shore break. Her ski was halfway up the beach, but now she is absolutely powering through this field. And she has left Liz Plumas behind her, so if this continues as it is, Courtney Hancock will just about be the winner here at Portsea, but a long way to go before we get to that situation. She's taking a different line in through, trying to get a runner, Leachy.
Well, she's coming into the wave area, so now this is where the second break starts to occur. The swell starts breaking on this shallow bank here. You've got Alira Richardson in the middle. You've got Courtney Hancock on the left. She's now in 2nd position. Danielle Allen in 3rd spot over to the very right. They've come through the second bank now. They're coming through into the shore, and it's going to be a race right through to the line.
So Alira Richardson has got about 20 metres on Courtney Hancock, and more importantly, she's got position on the beach. You can see her there stroking away powerfully into the beach. She needs to avoid this little shore break, which it seems at this stage she's done.
There she comes. She's getting off now. That's a clean get off. That's a great win for Alira Richardson. You've done very, very well. So Courtney Hancock in second position coming up the beach. So Howie, she's out of first place, running into second place here. She is going very, very well today.
It is all happening down the beach. Courtney Hancock, she will take out the round, but Alira Richardson, the 24-year-old, takes out round. Race 2 at Portsea. Congratulations. The sprint is on in the back of the field. Courtney Hancock is there pushing to the line. And Courtney Hancock has come in possibly in third position. We'll confirm that. There is Geordie Mercer, and we'll confirm the overall round situation. But at this stage, Courtney Hancock should be in wonderful position. Danielle Allen, congratulations to her. And Crystal Smith is not too far away after a fifth in the first round. Back in the field, though, the carnage continues.
Well, the girls are trying to get in, and that's that break there that is so difficult. 4 to 5 foot coming through. I think Crystal Smith might have run into second place now on the line.
Oh,
there was a big bunch up, and there's Hayley Baitup. So Hayley Baitup is going to cop the ski. Oh, as they come through, that's Kirsty Holmes coming in. They're looking for their paddles now, so she's lying down like a board looking for a paddle.
Some of the most experienced competitors in Ironwoman racing there. Kirsty Holmes, Hayley Baitup, Liz Plumers, all coming unstuck in the Portsea surf. It has been, as is always the case here, Guy Leach, a race that delivers all sorts of different equations minute by minute.
Well, this is the going into the last leg,
that's
the ski leg, and that is horrific. That's only 2 to 3 foot, but that ski weighs 18 kilograms. A moving force at 18 kilograms. You cop that on the head.
And there is Courtney Hancock. You can see at this stage her sister in the foreground is paddling out, and Courtney's still trying to retrieve her ski. So that is a wonderful effort by Courtney Hancock to get in fourth position. Crystal Smith in third, Danielle Allen in second, and Alira Richardson in first. And I would imagine that will mean Courtney Hancock has won her second straight round. Nicole is down on the beach. Nicole, Alira Richardson, Danielle Allen and Crystal Smith filling the first 3 positions.
Yes, some great racing there for the girls from second race. Alira Richardson, firstly to you, congratulations on that second race win. Tough conditions out there, really capitalising on getting through that break cleanly.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for that, by the way. It is pretty tricky there on that shore bank. They're standing up pretty heavy there. And I just decided then on the ski just to wait. I let my handler take the bunt of the wave, and he got pretty smashed. But all the other girls went out and they got hit, and I was just lucky to get through.
I think you owe your handler a drink.
I think I might do, hey.
We'll just chat to Danielle Allen as well, who's getting congratulations. Nice work for a young girl out there.
Thank you very much. I was so nervous coming into Portsea this weekend, so to come out there and get second behind my clubmate and friend Alira, it's amazing. I couldn't be happier in my second race. I wasn't so happy in my first race, so yeah, to come out after my second race and have a good one, it's really good going home.
Well, chalk that up to experience. Well done on the second place there, but I'm going to interrupt her from doing a beachside interview if I can, because we're live on telly. We're just going to interrupt you, Courtney. Sorry about that. Congratulations, you've won once again, so 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that racing today. You know, Portsea's always quite tricky, and we came here this morning and it did look a little bit flat, but out there, that shorey, then I got absolutely nailed, so it was good.
But you chose some really nice lines out there, some really smart racing out there from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it is only 2 races, but they are quite a long distance, so I really, you know, just what I did in the first one, I really just stayed relaxed the whole time, and it wasn't over to right till the end then. So.
Beautifully done. You continue to be the race or the series leader. You continue to wear the black bathers or cozies. Well done once again, Courtney.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nicole. Thank you.
And here is the replay. You can see the handlers ducking for cover. By gee, that ski came over of the series leader, Courtney Hancock. She's off at this stage.
Oh,
that is
so dangerous. It's a wonder no one got hurt. To think Courtney was there. Bonnie's going back out again, and she goes past her. That set up her win. I mean, she could have easily just laid down and copped it on the chin and not gone flat out again. But I'll tell you what, it's just how good she is and how much belief she's got that she got back on the ski, got herself back in a position to win the whole event.
And it does set up some very exciting conditions for the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman not too far away. There's Candice Falzon. She's done extremely well today too. All the results will be after the break on the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman series.
One of the costumes that we certainly saw right throughout today's racing was that of Elizabeth Plumers. But a very upset Elizabeth Plumers joins me now. Geez, you can't buy luck at Portsea, can you?
No, it seems like me and Portsea just don't get along too well, but 4 rounds to go, so hopefully I can pick it up and get the series back on track.
You were right up there. Tell us what happened in that ski leg at the start.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't really know what happened. Just I knew a set wave was coming. My hand was just going, get on and go. And somehow we've all ended up on top of each other, and I'm upside down, lost my ski, lost my paddle, and just I don't know what happened.
Apart from dented pride and a bit of frustration, anything else in terms of injuries from that?
Oh, I hope not. I mean, I've come into this with a bit of a sore back, but hopefully that's all good, and we'll go to the physio tomorrow, and hopefully it'll all be all right.
I guess if it is a consolation, and it probably isn't, watching you throughout today's racing, you certainly look as though you've got really good form. You just need that little bit of luck, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good. After the last one, I pulled up really well the next day as well, and I felt strong. So I guess it's just a little bit of luck, and I don't know, hopefully it'll go my way soon.
How do you recover from this mentally?
Yeah, good question. Back into some training. We've got 2 weeks till Newcastle, so a week of hard training and tapering off again, and hopefully it'll all come together again.
You can't let Portsea beat you though, can you? So I presume that you would hope that you come back and race here again and try and get in some luck and a good frame of mind as well, and actually beat Portsea for a change.
Yeah, that would be nice. So hopefully we can come back next year and turn it all around.
Okay, we'll see you next round.
Thank you.
Well done, Elizabeth Plumers. A couple of tough results 2 years in a row at Portsea, but on top in race 2 was Alira Richardson. Fantastic effort, leading Danielle Allen. Crystal Smith in 3rd position. Courtney Hancock, after being involved in that incident on the shore break, snuck in a 4th position. Jordan Mercer, Kellyanne Perkins. Well done to Candice Falzon too, coming into 7th position. We move through the field. The winner here last year, Amy Nerthen in 8th, Brodie Moyer, Harriet Brown, Nikki Chapman, Tara Coleman down in 14th position. And rounding out is Jenkins, Hayley Bateup. She has had a tough day here today. Tennille Devine, Kirsty Holmes and Elizabeth Plumers. That is a rarity. The overall points for the round, and once again it has been a fantastic day for Courtney Hancock. She has finished on top of the table and wins her 2nd round in a row to well and truly lead the championship. Well done to Alira Richardson in 2nd overall today. Crystal Smith, Falzon, Bonnie Hancock, who led that 2nd race at one point before she came off her ski in front of Allen and Harriet Brown. Congratulations to her. She had a rough roll at Portsea last year, so great to see her up in 8th position. Geordie Mercer, a 9th to go with her 7th in the 1st round. Brodie Moyer and Tisha Jenkins. And we move through Kirsty Holmes, Nikki Chapman, Rebecca Creedy and Hayley Bateup. I don't think she'll have ever finished at the bottom of the field ever before. We can now go to the podium on the beach with Hayden Quinn.
There we have it, guys, the conclusion of the women's race at Portsea here, an iconic beach in the surf life-saving history. What a great day, what a great race. Who said you couldn't get carnage without surf? It's been amazing. And here with me to present the medals, I have Toby Hayden from Engine Swimwear, owner and also former Olympian. Tony, thanks for coming along. We've got the girls coming up now, and in 3rd position we have Crystal Smith. Crystal, if you wouldn't mind coming forward to receive your medal. Congratulations, well done. On the podium, Crystal, great result again. 3rd at Surfers, 3rd at Portsea. Looking really good in the rest of the series.
Yeah, obviously that's the plan, to try and finish on the podium each round. It was surprisingly really tricky out there, so the short hump was, giving everyone a bit of grief. So, yeah, happy to come out on the 3rd place, so looking forward to the next round.
That's it, great. I can't wait to see the next round too. It's going to be a big one for sure. And in 2nd place, Alira Richardson. Everyone, big round of applause, please, Alira. Up you come. We've got Toby onto the podium. Alira, congratulations, a great race. As Crystal just said, very tricky conditions out there, but you really excelled. You came from 19th at Surfers Paradise, today to 2nd. You must be pumped.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely got my confidence back. I felt really, really well going into this round, and it really showed.
Awesome, great work, awesome effort. We can't wait to see it in the next round. It's going to be perfect. And here we have, once again, our winner, someone that's really, really showing her stripes down here. Big round of applause for Courtney Hancock. Court, what a race. That was incredible. Congratulations. We said before that you don't need surf at Portsea to have a carnage, and what about that ski transition? That was incredible.
Absolutely. I was just saying to the girls, I think when we go out there in the ski, that the surf always picks up. So there's definitely picking up here, and Portsea always puts on a good show for us.
I think you're exactly right. Every time you girls jumped on that craft, up it came. But 2 firsts really sets you up for the rest of the series. Really confident moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is the best start that I can ask for, but we've still got 4 more to go. So, yeah, just really focusing on the next round now. But I think, you know, it's very tight between the girls now, so I think everyone can, you know, look forward to a really exciting end of the series.
Well, that's it. No need to change over the black jersey today. It stays with Courtney Hancock, and we look forward to round 3. Congratulations, Court. Big round of applause. Thank you very much.
Courtney Hancock, she is in fantastic form last year at the Triple Crown, the Coolangatta Gold, the Australian Ironwoman title and the series title. She'd never won a round of the series before, and she certainly did last event, and now she's got 2 in a row. And there are the series points after round 2. Courtney Hancock, 50 points in front of Elizabeth Plumas on 44. Crystal Smith is showing some very good form. She's had a few seconds overall. Brodie Moyer, Rebecca Creedy had a tough day today. Kellyanne Perkins doing very, very well. Danny O'Allen. Geordie Mercer showing some good form. Harriet Brown, Candice Falzon moving up the field today. Bonnie Hancock, Richardson, Elise Bennett as well. And we move through to Tisha Jenkins, Kirsty Holmes and Nikki Chapman. We are 2 rounds into the Ironwoman series, still plenty to come. Next round, Newcastle, New South Wales, January the 22nd. Then we moved on to Scarborough, Coolum and Noosa. But keep an eye out, head to Newcastle Beach on January 22nd to see all the action there for the Iron Women.